Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here no doubt made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter.
Alright, let's check out what's going on with the quarterbacks. Cam Ward. And of course, Will Levis. We've already seen Brandon Allen started off with Trevor. And now we'll see Cam Ward and then Will. For the Buccaneers, you still got Bridgewater and Baker Mayfield. Started off with Kyle Trask. Let's get to the business of football.
Time now for the bottom half of the roster to make an impact, Brock. Cut preseason opener underway in half number 2. His return starts at the 5. And after the dive, they're set up with some decent field position to start this drive. The Titans setting their offense and Tajay Spears out there. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Get ready! Ready!
They'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43.
19-yard.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. To Spears. This one's going to rock and roll. Now swing for that defense as they send it backwards. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Ward off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. Taken down, but no return reaches that 45-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Titans have a first.
First down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Ready, go!
Give to Spears, running right. Finds a couple of yards of space. It's 2nd down. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll give for the first time to Kyle Mullins. He's going to take this down to 31 before he gets taken down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's another Titans first down. A gain of 12.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
We've set it down for him from the 31.
Here we go, Jack!
Going to the ground again on first. This play definitely picked up the last there, but thinks he can only get back to the line. The defense all over this one.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Ready!
Now Spears. Gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down. And we don't
count. That play, well, that's the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
60 boxes, 60 boxes.
It's going to throw here on third. Big man shot up the yards. And the 18-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's good for a Titans first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Titans first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Will you keep this drive moving, partner? Here's another 1st and 10. Lower back in the backfield, and they give it to him. They take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
To line comes Ward. They're going for 2.
Here we go.
Will line up for the 2.
Right, they're going to throw for it. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Titans 21. Buccaneers.
Well, Brock, the run certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you spend all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you could run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. Good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. Their work really cut out for them now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Throwing now off the play action. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Let's build this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Well, for more than a couple of 1st downs away, it is 2nd and quite a bit after that sack. Motioning the tight end now. Bridgewater looking to throw. He's in trouble. Gets blocked out again. And back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up for the 3rd down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Puts a man under it, deep down the left. Coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to push fourth down.
The ability to track the ball. The ball skills isn't just knocking it away. That's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And this is going to be his fourth effort tonight. And he gets it away from his end zone. Gets some space around midfield. And he's going to get the longest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First and 10 from the 43.
Here we go. Start. Step up.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
Stephanie! AC Cardinal, AC Cardinal!
Well done, it's Ward. That's him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for receivers, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third down, they need 7. Spears on the give, headed right. There's one that's about 4, but he's still well shy of that marker. It's fourth down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
The Titans will turn to their kicker, Joey Sly, here on fourth down, looking for this field goal. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And he doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. The play fake, he'll throw. Defensive play, jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Here's a handout. This is going to complicate matters for third down, partner. They're set backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
20. reached the point of the game, King, where I gotta make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
On now comes their punter. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Titans sending their offense and Tajay Spears out there. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't shuffling, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 6.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. That was intercepted. Hall picks it. And the Buccaneers take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
The nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes, just like that.
Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And they're set up well in...
I just received word. No, you didn't. I did too. A secret word from down in the field. George Skelton was eavesdropping. And the play was supposed to be going not that way. He was supposed to throw the football over here to this guy. One of those two Titans. But he threw the football the wrong way. You're making that up. I'm not making it up. That's what I get. What? Dude, seriously, need some psychiatric therapy. You know that place where they sent that Harper from LOL podcast? I think you need to go there. Oh, yeah, man, I second the motion. I third the motion. I go forward. I got 4th. Take Grandpa with you and Bobby J. Well, all 3 of you need some therapy.
Side of enemy territory, they've got a short field after that pick. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Now a handout to Cleveland. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
All set now. 1st and 10. We put a receiver in motion left. On the red zone now. It's brought back a little short middle. Actually, they do get on the 10-yard line. The rookie out of UCLA hit on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Bridgewater now. He'll dump this one off to his rookie for incomplete. The stop is made after a gain of 6. That's going to make it 1st and goal.
Gain of 6.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. It's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. They send a tight end in motion. To throw, Here's 2nd and goal.
How do you know about that LOL podcast? Because it made the YouTube news cycle when that girl was sent to the therapy. Supposedly her parents ordered her to be snatched. Snatched? Yeah. Right out of her bedroom, snatched and transported to the therapy. Hundreds and thousands of miles away. Just like that. Just like that. Damn. I know. Isn't that sad? I know. It can happen. Trump can order anyone to be picked up by ICE and deported. Yeah, to one of those private prisons somewhere. That's terrible. That's sad. That's nasty. That is. Ew.
Throwing is Bridgewater. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing block. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach gonna feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Gotta manage 3 yards here. 3rd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. And the Brown get 8 points for the touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it up and get points on the ensuing drive.
Hey, we talked to enough coaches over the years. They find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback. One that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Why do halfbacks want to be quarterbacks? Well, it's like that advertisement for that TV show, that Star Trek Academy. What? Where one of the girls says, I want to be captain. I need to be captain. That's apples and oranges. Well, it's the same fruit. Came from the same soil. Different plants and trees. I don't know what you're yapping about, but I'm sure if I ask you to clarify, you'll keep going on and on and on and on and on. Let's just end the conversation with, I don't give a, rat's ass.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, let's go. And the Buccaneers cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Buccaneers 14.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. This will give them some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. The Titans ready to take over on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. First and 10 now from the 30.
Red! 19 Charger! 19 Charger! Ready?
Carried by Spears to start the drive. And he wireless across that 40-yard line before they managed to stop him. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And the Titans first down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from first down to just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So first down from the 41.
Ready? Knocking 18!
In the counter, Spears. And this hasn't been a common side with him tonight. The defense wins this one. He's limited to no gain on the carry. One gets a yard there, make it 2nd and 9.
No springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Here's Spears on second down. Once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Even 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. On that one, and that's good for a Tennessee first down.
At the 47-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Shotgun handoff now for Spears.
Every distance, but on first down, it is especially a killer.
Here come the Bucs on offense now, and I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Alright, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy is screaming something hit the ground, while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. Was down first, no fumble. So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. Spears running behind center. He takes it past midfield and starts to drive into Buccaneers territory. That's 5, it looks like, on the play, so now it's going to be 3rd and 8.
So humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of their front seven.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throw here, 3rd down. That one was incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Man, that was a chain mover if you would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
They'll bring out the punter here. Johnny Hecker, the one to send it away. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And they were not blessed with the short field they got on their prior drive. This one is a world away as they begin deep on their own side. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Bridgewater. He'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Yeah, these end cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate. It does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
All right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. He gives safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
He's going to keep this one. He's going to touch it as he gets it out to pick up the first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. So we're through 3 here. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them.